Everyone, welcome back to my channel Cloud Nerchuko. So today's video is about how we can restore a database from Azure SQL Managed Instance using point-in-time restore method. So let's get started. So I have a pre-SQL Managed Instance created, and I created a database which is testDB. So you can see the creation time and the status is online. So it is created around 6:34 a.m. UTC, and then within 3 minutes we got the earliest restore time available, so that we can do a point in time restore to this particular point in time. So there are two things for point in time restore. So the first is this is an existing database, and if you want to restore to an earlier restore point for the same database, so we can do that. And the second option is if we say like the database is deleted and now how we can do the restore. That is the second method. So for the first method, I will just create a table right now, which is in the existing test DB using Azure Data Studio. So right now I'm in Azure Data Studio, and I will just show you like there are no tables before creating a new table. So you can see here I I got no tables in my database, and I will show you from here as well. I choose testDB and run this system.tables query to see any tables were created or not. So right now it is empty, and let's create a table in the database. I think it is taking time using designer. Okay, got it. So just rename it as test table. We just add one column which, and this is our sample table which we are going to create. So I'm just saving it so that it will create a table. Okay. So the table is created. So just check it in the query as well. So let's run this query. So now we can see the test table here, and the creation date is around 6:43 a.m. So now how we can do a restore? Let's say when I created this table and inserted some wrong data into this table, and I just want to go back point in time where my earliest point in time restore is there. So if you can see the properties section, let's say go to properties, we see what we have got actually. So so we got the backup redundancy as locally redundant, and the storage size is around 64 GB. Where is it? Yeah, 64 GB, and our database size is very less. It's just a sample DB, so that we can restore to the same managed instance, which is this one as well. So now go to the database section, and you can click on the DB. So you can see my backup retention number of days is 7, so that I can go 7 days back point in time. So as I created the database today, So I only got the restore point at this particular time, 6:37. So I am going to restore to that particular time. So let's do this. So for that, go to the backup section. So you can see a backup is there already available, and it is showing that you can do a point in time restore to this particular point in time. So our expectation is if we go back point in time to 6:37, we we are expecting this table shouldn't be there, and we see empty tables. Like means it's just a fresh database with no tables in the database. So let's click on restore, and when you are restoring it, you need to choose the database name which is different compared to the database name which is existing. So let's put like test db new. So this is my new database name that I'm going to restore, and which instance it is going to be on, same instance. And for the data source, now here we need to choose what is the method we are going to restore our backup. This method is point in time restore, and just scroll down. You need to choose all these details. By default it is selected, and if you want to change the instance you can change it. And now in the manage DB instance we can see the time as well. So I just want to go to 6:38, I guess. Okay. So it's the time before the table is created. Okay. 6:43, and now I'm choosing 6:38. So just let me do the restore. And for creating this database as well, you need to uh, inherit this point in time restore. If you want, you can change the restore number of days that you want to configure. You can increase it from 7 to 35 days. So I'll leave as it default, and let's create the restore the database. So right now the deployment is initializing. So let me skip this deployment process. So you can see the deployment is successful. So let me go to the resource, and now this is my DB. Let me go to the instance. This is my instance. Go to the database sections. So now you can see my new database is created by using the point in time recovery method. So you can see right now we don't have any restore point in time available, and the database creation time is 6:48 a.m. So if I just refresh my Azure Data Studio, refresh the server, and run these tables, let me check it here. You can see like we have um, in the old database we have this test table available. If I change the DB to test DB underscore new, which is the restore database, and execute this. So our expectation is we shouldn't be expecting any tables in this particular database. And right now we don't see any tables. This is how we can do a point in time restore using or the PITR method, which is available in the Azure SQL MI. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.